Hey guys, welcome back to Arry the Stag. It's a very wet and rather miserable Wednesday in the summer in August, and reason I'm on the camera today is because again, a couple of weekends ago I managed to secure a new, replacement Stag Bonnet. And if you remember back at Alan the Welder's only a few weeks ago, he was very interested if we could find a Stag Bonnet. So we found one, and it's down in Bude. It's not so sunny today, so we're heading down there today to go and collect it. It's all in for £100, so I think we did very well. And apparently it also includes the pad as well, the bonnet insulation pad underneath. So that's a really good deal, I hope. So we're off down to meet with Steve. He's anticipating us around about midday, 1 o'clock. It's a 3-hour trip from Bournemouth. I've got the Mitzi with my Arry The Stag t-shirt in the background, as you can probably see. So we'll see what we can see when we get there. I don't know if he's got a stag or not. Apparently he does run a shop and is backwards and forwards from the shop most of the day, but I guess by definition he will have something to do with a stag somewhere. So if we get the chance, we'll try and film it. If not, then I'll just show you the bonnet and what we've picked up. But very excited, and of course all this will save bucket loads of work from Alan's point of view. And you saw the clip before where it was a little bit dented and danged and needed a fair bit of work to it. And I might even just add in the clip from that previous film that you may have seen a few weeks ago, just showing you that little piece and just what the condition of our current bonnet is, and hopefully this new one will solve the problems. What's happened there?
It's where the reinforcing framework's in behind.
Yeah.
Someone has it's been well battered.
Yeah.
I've got a
shot
lot...
blasted in, you mean?
No, that wasn't the shot blast. No. At various times, people have sat on that bonnet, jumped on that bonnet.
Right.
Probably had sex on that bonnet. And managed to weld it on it.
There's a big ding there, isn't there?
Yeah, that's from the inside. So someone had obviously left their spanners.
Left a tool underneath, yeah. Yeah.
I've got a lot of work to do on that. I've been playing with the other door as well.
Have you? Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can't actually see that. I suppose you can, because it's such a big dent.
Yeah.
The abrasives have followed in. But if you to look at that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can see. It's a big old dent there, isn't it?
I've got a lot of work to do on this one.
Yeah.
There's another one there.
It's not worth a replacement, is it?
If you could get a good replacement, yes.
Okay, we'll keep our eyes open. Trouble is, they've all got rust on them.
I was going to say, trying to find a good replacement would be costly
and lucky
for a start, and lucky for a good.
Trusty Mitsubishi Shogun today. Ali the Nag is taking my Mercedes to see a friend in Portsmouth, so we're not too sure quite whether we'll ever see it again in one piece, but this Mitzi is a brilliant little car. It's helped us travel around the country and just fit for purpose for getting the Triumph Stag Bonnet in it. So off we go, and let's see what we can find. So fingers crossed, wish us luck in the swamp of weather and flooding that seems to be upon us. Typical summer's day in England, eh? Not to worry, we'll crack on. And incidentally, if you'd like one of our window stickers, it's double-sided, Arry the Stag badges, you are more than welcome. All you've got to do is just let us know via personal mail, PM, on the channel, and we will happily send you one, or even two, free of charge. All we ask in return is that you take a photo of yourself with it on your car or wherever you put it, and the more wacky the better. Will be fun to see, and if you do that, we may even include it in a future video. So a bit of fun, living the dream, sharing the classics dream, and very happy for you to have one of these if you'd like it. And we've had several people already ask us for one, so feel free to give us a shout. Arry the Stag in the rain. Doesn't get more cutting edge than this. In deepest Dorset, and we really are in Dorset. We're way west of Bridport. Oh dear, it's farming area here. Oh. Testing, 1, 2, 3 for real time. I suppose one advantage of being stuck in West Dorset, although now technically we've crossed the line to Devon in the pouring rain in the summer, is that there's no combine harvesters because it's too wet to combine harvest the fields. On the other hand, there are quite a few grockles on the road. Grockles meaning holiday makers, as we call them down south. And indeed, White Van Man has made an appearance. So we'll just have to stick with it. Wah wah. So skirting round Dartmoor now, not far from Oakhampton, before we strike off for Bude, and it is getting a bit brighter, so that's good news. Okay, so I think we are getting very close now. We are definitely in the depths of Devon, and hope to see Steve very shortly. I know he's in a rush, so it may just be a quick grab and go, but thankfully we're here and it's not raining now, so I'm not going to get wet. Just hope the bonnet goes in the Mitzi itself. I think it's probably a bit bigger than I remembered, but we shall see. Alright guys, just a very quick one to camera. I've been to Steve's, we've managed to get the bonnet, so just going to get a little bit distance between us. I'll give you an update on what I've found, but we've got it. Oh yes! Alright guys, well as you may be able to see behind me, we've managed to get it on board the Mitzi. It is a white bonnet, which actually does look in very good condition. I've only just left Steve's house. Can't show you a Stag unfortunately, because he's just recently sold his to open up a shop, so there's nothing left apart from what's behind me. The story was that this bonnet came with his Stag when he first got it, and he's had it for about 5 years kicking around the garage. In the end he had the old one repaired and it was okay, so he never actually needed this one. So the car had gone and he was left with a bonnet, which as I say again, does look pretty good condition, certainly better nick than ours, and all still painted of course, so we'll need to look at that and get that adjusted and changed in time, but I'm sure Alan with his years of competence can do that for us. Just so glad I brought the Mitzi, because it could have been very awkward if I brought the Merc down. There's no way it would have fitted in. As it is a bit of a tight fit in here, but when I get a chance I'll pull over and show you a little bit more about what we've got. But for £100 I think it's an absolute bargain, and it is up together, there's very little rust, so happy days. Now back to Bournemouth. Joy. Alright, so I've managed to pull over at Bellstone Services. It's on the north edge of Dartmoor, quite a busy area. Managed to fill up with LPG in the old Mitzi, which is always good value because it does twice the amount of mileage for the same kind of petrol cost. And we've got the Stag bonnet in the boot, so let's just pan around and have a quick look. I'll flick it round and you can have a good look at what we've got. Okay, so this is the bonnet in its full glory. Obviously it's been used, it's a few years old as we know, probably 50 actually, nearly. I don't know what the age was of the car that this came off, but you can see here that this panel here is actually very, very solid. The whole bonnet is very solid. There's one or two little bits of surface rust which you would expect, but otherwise absolutely perfect I think, and will make for a very good restoration for UNY 49M when we get to it. Underneath you have got the sound deadening panel. It is a little bit moonscape, but maybe with a bit of luck we can use some paint or do something to brighten that up and make it look a bit smarter. With a little bit of effort I'm reasonably confident we might save ourselves £100. If we just come around the edge of the Mitzi and have a look inside the window. And this for me is always a very useful use of bags for life. My missus insists on having the car stacked out with bags for life. There's millions of them in here and it really winds me up. But so this is the leading edge of the bonnet, and okay, it's got some paint just slapped inside. I don't think there's any rust in there. I don't think it's rust inhibitor either. It's just been painted on to preserve it, and so there's no rust as such. And obviously when I get home I'll give you the flip side. I'll show you the top of the bonnet just to show you what good condition it is. But overall, I'm very, very pleased. That is a very good deal, and £100, I think, all day long, rather than hours and hours of spray painting, panel beating and fettling, has got to make sense. Alright, so a very successful trip down to the West Country. That is Dartmoor, you can see panning round behind me, or the start of it at least. That's the leafy green part, and I'm just around the corner from the Mitzi, but obviously I'm going to track back home now. Probably another 3 hours to get back. It's going to take a little while, but hey, it's worth it. It just wasn't worth the hassle, I don't think, of trying to arrange transport and everything else. You saw the size of the bonnet in the car. It was really tight for space, even in the Mitzi, so I think we've done very well. So I'll be heading home now, and I will plan to shoot the kind of top of the bonnet, the good side, if you like, and just show you that. Okay, here we are. We've made it home, and Arry himself has just
evening all.
Prized the bonnet out from the Shogun. What do you reckon?
It's a bonnet.
It's a bonnet.
Definitely a bonnet.
It's definitely a bonnet. It's quite clean and tidy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I reckon. What's the front look like? Put the towel on the floor and just rest it on there.
Oh, we'll do that.
Yeah, okay. Well, actually, it's quite a good finish, really, isn't it? It's been standing on its own for 5 years. The guy had it with his Stag, and he never actually used it. He fixed his old one. But that's a lot less rusty and a lot more tidy than ours, isn't it?
Nothing falls out of it when you pick it up.
No, that's the brace there. That's quite solid. Yeah, so that's the
That's that.
hinges. So I think that's pretty good. And the finish on the front, not that it matters. I can't see any obvious dings, just looking along the side of it. There's no rust inside. Can't see any bends or...
Sounds all metal as well.
It does, yeah. So I think we've done well.
Not too bad.
Now it's a question where the hell we're going to put it. But that's it for now, I think, for a really good day out, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for following and watching Arry the Stag. Really appreciate it on our exciting journey of getting UNY 49M back on the road, which we will sooner or later, promise. Good stuff, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you online on Arry the Stag very soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Cheers for now. Bye.